Yo, back with another episode, man. Back with another live stream, another locked in with Lefty episode, man. Today we just gonna be discussing, man, the fights that all the fans want to see. Like, it's too many mega matches and fights that fans want to see, but we not getting. Like, we got too many that we gonna go into detail on that need to happen, bro. Could be pay per view, could break pay per view records if it happen. And that's what I'm getting into today, man. Sponsored and presented by StreamYard, man. StreamYard, the best streaming platform in the world. And let's get into it, man. Number one on my list, bro. I got Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. Canelo Alvarez versus Benavidez, the Mexican monster. Man, bro, this fight really should have been happening. I ain't gonna lie to you. After after the Mexican Monster beat Caleb Plant, I feel like they should have fought that September. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, they should have fought that. Him and Canelo should have fought that September, but instead, he went on to fight Boo Boo Andre, and Canelo fought John Ryder, I think in May, and then he came back and fought um, Jamel Charlo in September. Which to me, I feel like, bro, Canelo haven't been putting on, bro, for the fans, bro. To say like he one of the main pay per view sellers, like just think about it. He fought John Ryder. We knew he was gonna beat John Ryder. He fought Jamel Charlo. Jamel Charlo, yeah, he was the undisputed champion at 154. But think about it, man. He coming up what 154, 160, but two weight classes. So that's already making you look bad again, because we know you're gonna win for the most part. Like it was a shutout, like 12 rounds to nothing. Uh, and then he came back and fought Jaime McGill. I mean, Jaime McGill got hard. He gonna throw his punches, but he didn't have enough power to hurt Canelo. Really be like a contender. Like, oh, we think Canelo gonna lose this. No, we knew Canelo was gonna win. But like I said, the Mexican Monster, man, he doing it he did it the right way though. He fucked Caleb Plant. Canelo had beat Caleb Plant. Canelo had never fought Boo Boo Andre, so David Benavidez, he was basically like, man, the next man up. The next man up was Boo Boo Andre. He fought Boo Boo Andre. He stopped him. It wasn't even competitive. Like couldn't get hit by Boo Boo. He just dominated him. So like I'm saying, bro, like you got to get the fans what they want. Like if we want boxing to be the best sport in the world and to get back to what it once was and surpass the UFC, bro, like we need these fights to happen, and we need it to happen in every weight class. Like so, like I said, man, I feel like really and truly, Canelo and the Mexican Monster, bro, they supposed to been to fight twice already. Like that May they could have fought on Cinco de Mayo weekend. I think that was 2023. Yeah, they could have fought in May when Canelo fought John Ryder, and then he came back in September and fought Charlo. He could have fought um, the Mexican Monster May Cinco de Mayo weekend, and then Mexican Independence Day in September. They could have fought. They could have been their two fights right there, and we could have saw who was really better and who was actually better between the two. And man, we might be on a trilogy now. Like what I'm saying, like that's where greatness come from. Like Canelo, don't get me wrong, Canelo did not really solidify his spot as one of the greatest Mexican boxers and just greatest boxers. Period. Like he is an all-time great. Like, Canelo got a crazy resume, but keep the fans intrigued. It's like, okay, he beat this guy. Well, okay, they got the Mexican Monster left. Let's see what he could do with the Mexican Monster. And he not providing that. Like, they got a dude named, his new mandatory is Eric Skull. Man, nobody know who that is, man. Like, I'm gonna just be honest with you. Like, uh, but like I said though, man, the Mexican Monster, bro, he is doing it the right way though. Like, if Canelo don't want to fight, cool, we gonna fight Caleb Plant. Uh, Canelo still don't want to fight me after I brutalized Caleb Plant. We gonna go to Boo Boo Andre. If he don't want to fight me after that, he just holding the titles hostage. We gonna move up a weight class. Like, and that's just that, bro. Like, I appreciate how the Mexican Monster going about it, bro, because he like next man up. If Canelo gonna hold the weight class up, I'm gonna move up. I'm trying to make my own legacy. I'm not, trying to base my career around, Canelo. But like I said, there's no, disrespect or, slander towards Canelo, bro. He an all-time great. His resume is crazy, but the man everybody want to see him fight is the Mexican Monster. And that fight would be huge. Like, that's one of the fights that it'll live up to the hype and it'll break pay-per-view records. Like, I know this for a fact. Because it's like, dude, like, that's a real 50-50 fight. But the thing that made me look at Canelo a little suspect, he asked, they was like, would you fight David Benavidez? Woo to woo. And he asked for $200 million for that fight. And well, 200 mil, Nello, come on, bro. Like, that's making you look some type of way. That's making you look like, okay, if I'm gonna take the ultimate risk, it's gonna be uh something I can sell off into the sunset with, like a big bag to where, okay, if I lose, I got, I got money to show for it, basically. Like, if I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna get a big bag. So that made me look at Canelo a little, you know, suspect. Like, whoa, whoa, come on, Nello, come on, man, you a warrior. And don't get me wrong, like these fights that I'm naming, I don't think that they scared, and I don't think no boxer is scared. I don't think nobody, really ducking. But it's like sometimes it's the promotional teams, and he on the other side of the street, and he got to come on this side. So you know how that go. But like I said, I think that's a good fight, bro. That really needs to happen to break records. That fight so 50-50, bro. But I will say this: if Canelo wait another year or two to fight the Mexican Monster, when they do fight, he gonna beat Canelo. I can see, bro. Like, the Mexican Monster is constantly getting better. His defense getting better. It's like when he fought Boo Boo Andre, bro. Like, he could, like, dude, Boo Boo couldn't even touch Benavidez. Like, he was blocking everything. I already know he got good power. He throw punches and bunches. Like, that'll be a good style clash. Him versus Canelo. I think that's really why all the fans want to see it. And then what better, you know, day to do it on, or weekend to do it on, when Cinco de Mayo, Mexican, and come back and do it again for Mexican Independence Day, bro. Like, y'all fighting for y'all country, y'all making a big bag. And all the Mexicans and foreign people gonna tune in, so that's why I say I really believe that that fight would break records, bro. And that's a 50-50 fight, bro. I'm torn in between the two because Canelo, when he fought Bilbo and he fought John Ryder, he said he was dealing with a hand injury, and then he came out and pitched a shutout versus Charlo. But Charlo didn't put up much of a fight. And then he came back with Jaime McGill. And Canelo looked good, bro. Like, he turned back the clock. But Jaime McGill, he don't have much, much pop. He was there to be hit. So it's like, man, that like, we want to see him versus real competition. And I think David Benavidez, bro, can provide that. And by him fighting the Mexican Monster, I feel like that'll bring out the best in Canelo. And we'll get a mega fight, and maybe we'll get two fights or a trilogy. So that's why I said, bro, like, that that's that though. So man, the next fight that the fight fans really want to see is Jerron Boots Ennis versus Terrence Bud Crawford. Man, I can't even lie to you, bro. Uh, uh, Terrence Crawford the best fighter in the world, especially skill wise. Just man, like like when he fight, put your money on Bud, and he not gonna disappoint. He always gonna come in shape. He's gonna prepare right. He gonna have a great game plan. Uh, in the ring, he could box. He could brawl. Uh, you hit him, he gonna come back and get you. He a pure knockout artist. He a good boxer at the same time. Like he could do it all, and that's why I want to see him versus. We all want to see him versus Boots because it's like, bro, it's just like Terrence Crawford Jr. Like he the same way. Good defense, good movement, good footwork. They both switch it. They got power in both hands. Uh, and the list go on, bro. Like they fight damn near identical. Like it's crazy when you look at it. Like, dude, like this fight would really live up to the hype. Like this fight right here is the fight that everybody want to see. Uh, I just can't see it being a letdown because they fight so much alike. Like it's crazy. Like when it comes to they can switch stances. They got power in both hands. Um, they put selection. They knockout artists. Like that's gonna be a crazy fight if it ever happens. And Jerron Boots Ennis, bro, like he at 147. There's really nobody left for him to fight. Errol Spence moved up. Terrence Crawford moved up to 154. So I would say like my best bet for his career is just go ahead and move up to 154 and try to chase them guys down because there's nothing left for you to really do at 147. There's nobody for you to fight. I mean, you could get an easy undisputed run, but by that time fights going by. Fighters fighting 1 and 2 times a year now. So by the time you get undisputed at 147, man, Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, man, would have been retired by then. Like, Crawford getting up in age, Spence sending out tweets saying, his next fight might be his last fight. So, like I said, I think he should move up just to get one of them names on his resume. Spence, Crawford, I mean, even a Virgil Ortiz, like, that's how I see it for his career to really bloom and take off and you know what I'm saying, for him to get recognized as really like bro, this dude is just as good as Terrence Crawford. Like skill wise, he don't have like the experience to go with it because I mean now Terrence Crawford, I mean he beat the sleeves off Errol Spence. He dominated him. He beat Sean Porter, and Sean Porter's resume is deep. That's another video. Like you can make a whole another video on that. But that's two guys that got deep resumes. Like man, Spence resume, man, he beat Danny Garcia, Kell Brook, Ugas, Sean Porter, like, and plus he was an Olympian. So like I said, bro, and then we go back to Sean Porter resume. This man, this man is fought Adrian Broner, Key one time Thurman, Kell Brook, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. Like, he beat Usyk in the amateurs, bro. Like, dude, like, Sean Porter resume is crazy. But, yeah, I know, like, from Bud point of view, though, he's trying to get that Canelo fight, which, I mean, is it is what it is, man. I think Bud do got the skills to actually beat Canelo, and I think his power would travel with him well, and he won't be scared to throw his hands like Charlo was. So that's another thing that Bud, well, I think he could potentially beat Canelo. Um, but the thing with Bud is he getting older. He don't got time on his side no more. So it's like any day, man, Father Time can hit, and Bud, man, can I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but he can start losing. Where and then, but then we'll be like, man, he should have fought Boots when he was in his prime, or just to see what that fighter looked like. But that's another 50-50 fight, bro. Like, who would win that fight? Like, they fight exactly like Boots, just younger. Uh, Terrence Crawford, he beat Spence, beat Porter. He was undisputed at 140, and now at 147. So like I'm saying, bro, Bud could do it all. Boots could do it all. That fight will live up to the hype, and um, that's another one where I think it'll break pay per view records, bro. Like, and the fans will win that night. Both of them fights that I just said, the fans will win that night because it's gonna be an all-out war where there's IQ or a real brawl breaking out, like in the fight. Like, that's just how I look at it, though, bro. I can't see it any other way with them two fights. Last but not least, bro, I left one of them off, but I'ma just say them together because it go hand in hand. I got Javante Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, and then Tank versus Devin Haney. Well, I mean, even though Devin Haney lost, Tank said he still want to fight uh, Devin Haney, and I think that'll be a good fight. But I got Tank stopping Devin Haney. Um, that'll be good for the sport though because it's two people that always wanted to fight each other, and now they making the fights happen. Uh, but yeah, I think that'll be a good one, but not as good as the one that's in the title, bro. Javante Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson, man. Shakur Stevenson, pure boxer. Um, Control the distance. Uh, Move around. Good defense. Put his punches together. Put his punches together well. Select good shots. But I think him versus Tank will be crazy because we need to see Tank versus a slick fighter, somebody with some good defense, somebody who move good, and that's just what the fans see. They the best. They you know 1A and 1B at 135. They still trying to see who the best at 135. So I feel like if them two got it on, that's really 50-50 because Shakur can go in there and box, literally box how he did, Edwin De Los Santos and pull it off. Just box, move, run, get out the way, duck, run. I mean, I feel like Tank can cut the ring off good, but that's a possibility. Like Calvin said, Tank coach said, man, we not gonna put Tank up in there with somebody who not gonna allow us to do what we do, and they knock people out cold. So what I get from that is, man, we're not gonna mess up the money and mess up our momentum by fighting a Shakur when we can fight Frank Martin and we know he not gonna run. We know he gonna, he easier to hit, easier to find and knock out rather than doing that to Shakur. Because Shakur, if all us ball down to it, he trying to get the win. He trying to get the W. So I heard him on the interview even say, like when Devin Haney got hit, he should have got bored. He should have forgot about the fans and stopped trying to go toe to toe, and he would have started boxing. And that's the difference between Devin Haney and Shakur. Devin Haney gonna fight with his heart. Shakur gonna fight with his mind. He gonna control the distance. He gonna move. He gonna get out the way. He gonna jab. He gonna stick and move. Whereas Devin Haney, he really he fight behind his jab. He always moving forward. He always So like I said, Tank. I would have Tank versus both of them, but I still think it's 50-50. I just think Tank needs some elite sparring partners like Shushu Carrington. He had Shushu Carrington for this training camp. I think he need like fighters like Richardson, Richardson, Hitchens, Shushu, uh, who else? Like just pure boxers who will move and control the distance. That's what I think though. But them three fights, man, that I believe need to happen for this to be the number one sport, man. Canelo versus the Mexican Monster, pay-per-view seller, that'll break records. It's a real 50-50 fight. Uh, that fight could end up being like it could go into a trilogy because you never know, man. Like Benavidez mess around and beat Canelo, but Canelo turned back the clock and beat the Mexican Monster. It could go either way. And then Boots versus Bud. That's a crazy matchup style wise. Like I said, they fight just alike. They both switch it. They both got power in both of their hands. Uh, and it could go either way. Like I said, with Father Time on going against Bud, getting up in age, it's just like I said, it is up in the air with it. And then Tank versus Shakur, that's another like real 50-50 because Shakur gonna move, Shakur gonna control the distance. He gonna do what he do. But I think Tank will cut the ring off, bro. And I think Tank gonna do damage like never before. Even if he don't knock him out, I think Tank can probably outpoint him. And I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Tank, he a good boxer. He don't get credit for his boxing ability, but I think he'll cut the ring off and land significant punches, either even if it's to the body. Uh, I think he could pull it off though. But that fight could go either way, and all them fights will be pay-per-view bangers, bro. Like, and we need to push. We need to let it be known on Twitter and our YouTube videos. Like, we need to let uh these promoters and these sanctioning bodies let them know like what we want to see, and that's why another reason. Shout out to Turkey Al Sheik. Man, they making fights happen, man. Shout out to Saudi Arabia. Uh, they making all the good scraps happen. Or at least they trying. Like the stuff that they think the fans want to see. But man, we powered by and sponsored and presented by StreamYard. Shout out to StreamYard, the best streaming platform, recording platform in the world. And that's another episode, man. Locked in with Lefty, man. Peace. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.